I've had a few, but I'm not doing a review. I've literally only had a few, not like sometimes I'll have a fews, and that's kind of what I'm here to talk about. This is part 2 of the had a few manifesto, I guess. Not really a preamble, you know, like after you write the thing and then you go, oh, hang on, but I've got to tell you this stuff first. This one adds to the end. It's not amendments, nothing's changed, I'm just adding stuff. It's an addition, I don't know, there's probably some fucking legal term for it. I'm calling it a post-ramble. So after I did the initial manifesto, I'm having a post-ramble. So if you haven't seen part 1, I don't know if it's going to make a difference. Watch that as well. Disclaimer, part 1 and part 2 both form the manifesto. So I just want to explain the philosophy and I guess more of the reasoning behind had a few and why I do what I fucking do. Radio, theme song. I'm gonna have a few and I'm gonna do a review. Having a few, doing a review, and a few reviews. There's my theme song, at least how I play it. I forgot where I was up to, but that's kind of the point. The rambling, the post-ramble, and having a few. They're both how I kind of arrive at the truth, or at least at my truth. So, you know, in vino veritas and all that, I'm looking for me veritas. Through having a few, I've only had a couple of these big boys. Now I'm going to wedge a coffee, because I've still got to explain a few things. So, having a few as a means to reaching your veritas is not a new thing. Humans have been doing it for as long as there's been humans, pretty much. So in some ways I'm a shaman of tone, but my truth is what I'm seeking. Now, as a disclaimer, my truth won't always be the same as your truth. We've got different truths, all of us. Truth is a subjective concept, I guess. But I make these videos, I have a few, I go on a ramble, and in there somewhere I'll find my own truth, I guess. In some ways, I'm just feeding the void pretty much, like we all are in one way or another, the deep dark void. And in a way, the more varied stuff gets thrown into the void, the more interesting stuff's going to come out the other side. Will we be there to see it? No, but we're, you know, the more diverse your chaos is, the better order it'll settle into on the other side of the void. Did that make sense? I don't know. How does it relate to guitars, you're asking? I don't blame you. So this is a review video in a way. What am I reviewing? I've got this puppy, the Canyon. Probably one of the favourite pedals I own. It was about, I think, maybe the 3rd or 4th pedal I got. I can't remember if the metal zone or the Canyon came first. So like the first part where I threw the metal zone into the Mini Marshall, I'm going to have a look at the Canyon into the Mini Marshall. I've also got, just because it fits on the stand-up pedal board perfectly, so the Crayon and the Canyon both going into the Mini Marshall. Basically just got the Crayon to have a go of. The clean channel in the Mini Marshall isn't very loud, so I'm hoping I can just sort of boost it a bit with the Crayon. Anyway, so I'll show you what that sounds like. So I'll start on the tape delay of the Canyon. been a bit of interest in tape delays lately. That's a tape delay. The crayon, it's given it more chunker, but to the clean channel. But I'll just, for comparison, I'll turn that off. So, I don't know, that's seemed louder than I've ever heard the clean channel before. Let's just turn the canyon off. So I just rolled the volume off on my guitar a bit. I think that's what I was going to do. See if I could roll the volume back. Still have the crayon boosting. Rightio, that's not bad. So in terms of the gear, like I said in part one, I'm not doing a lot of high-end gear at the moment. I've just done reviews of what I get and what I've got. None of the videos are sponsored. Not that I'm not open to that. Couple of retailers that I use quite frequently get in contact. And I'm still going to have a few and ramble around till I find my own truth. I'm not... Anyway, I hope. We'll see. Although, speaking of sponsorships, I was talking to a restaurant. They're talking about they want me to do a bit of a jingle for them. So we're in conversation. We might... work some sort of deal out. I'll just give you a go. Hang on. Actually, we need a bit more crunchy crunch. I'll show you what I'm working on so far. Terms. Too dry. Dims, mums, dim, some, grim, yum, dums, mums, dim, some. Anyway, that's what I'm working on. It might be a bit different by the time I finish it. But yeah, honestly, if you're in for a good feed, Dim's mums, dim sum. I got dinner from them tonight, and that's when we were talking about doing the jingle and just to go on local radio and that. I got a 3 dimmy combo. Fucking great. It's good stuff. If you can, get into it. Anyway, so no sponsorships. Using my own gear. Not the best gear. That includes the camera, what I've recorded and edited all the videos to date on is the finest camera and video editing software that Steve Jobs could dream up. And I kind of like that. That's the aesthetic I'm going for. I don't know. I don't need it to be good. I just need it to show you what happens. Throw some chaos at the void. That again might change. I might get a fancy camera. Hey, I'll get back to this review. I don't think I've ever done this on a video. Just have a look at the multi-delay. So the multi-delay just does exact copies for a certain number. 5, obviously. Hang on, let's see if we can get it down to 4. So there we go, we got 4. Make them a bit faster. So it's good for, building up a bit of chaos, but it's not never ending like if you had your repeats on forever or your feedback up high. You could do it even quicker. Like that. So I quite like that in the canyon for making some strange noises as well. Hey, look out. I've just forgotten the most important part of this post-ramble, this Manifesto Part 2. Wanted to give a big shout out to the doctor. Fucking magnificent doctor. He's a doctor with many strings to his bow cap. He's a doctor of many things. One of them is as a pedal builder. So a shout out to the doctor. He was the founding member, I guess. I've had a few reviews. He's the spiritual godfather. He came up with the concept. Recorded, had a few, came up with a name. And I've taken it on and I've been doing it ever since. You might see the doctor on some videos at some point. Cheers, doctor. So, I guess there's one more thing I want to do and then I'll wrap this video up. One of the main reasons I got the Canyon at the time when I bought it was for its shimmer. I just wanted to... Oh, listen to that. Love that shimmer. I'll crank this one up. Oh. Rightio. So I hope that's cleared a few things up. I hope I don't have to make a Manifesto Part 3. Hopefully that's brought the Veritas to you. At this stage of the game, all I do is have a bit of a jam. So that's one of the other things I like to do. I occasionally have a video I call a cacophony, where I make as much weird noise as I can. So with the long delay time, I think it's 3 seconds on the Canyon. Fucking heaps of feedback. Tail's turned on, so pedals off, but that's still going. Yeah, that's another thing. So at this point, all there is left to do, get fucked.